Always glad to have you along for the journey, and off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. Look at Westbrook. Little header to begin the game. And as John forecasted, Richardson starts on Westbrook, and Winslow's on Paul George. Allowed for Steven Adams. Steven Adams, one of several Thunder having their best years in the NBA. 15 points a game for the very physical Adams.
They're going to have to defend that pick and roll much better than that throughout the course of the game. OKC puts a lot of pressure on them that way.
Backdoor cut. Tyler Johnson scores. Tyler Johnson back in the starting lineup. That's the second most 100 block seasons in franchise history, second only to Alonzo Mourning, who had over 100 blocks 8 times in his Heat career. A pretty drive by Paul George, a chance at a three-point play for the 9-year veteran.
This is what really, I think, has changed his game. He's no longer just a catch-and-shoot player. He can put the ball down on the floor and finish at the rim.
Darts between defenders, missed the shot badly, and here comes Westbrook hitting ahead for Paul George. Drives on Winslow and finishes. Right now, no derailing Paul George. 7-point Thunder lead. Westbrook back to Adams. Pump fakes, misses, tipped in by the best rebounding point guard. 4:25 left, first quarter. Jeremy Grant rifles down the dunk for his first score. He assaulted the rim. Here's Russell with 4 on the shot clock, working against Wade, leaning in, finding Nerlens Noel. This is Nerlens Noel. Pushing up the little 10-footer. Bam Adebayo brings it down. Bam with 4 rebounds off the bench in only 3 minutes. Wade. Oh, great pass to Bam for the field goal and the foul. It looked like a shot until you knew it wasn't.
The playmaker right there fooled the defense, making it look like a jump shot attempt. That kept everybody down on their feet, not looking for the pass over the top, but Bam always had.
And the Heat clearly missing Derek Jones on the defensive end.
Yeah, they are, and also his length, his ability to offensive rebound.
What a block by Nerlens Noel on Winslow. And Noel has found his niche. Paul George. Olynyk, the hook, blocked by Nerlens Noel. That's his 3rd block here in the first half. Schroeder. Uh-oh. Dennis Schroeder, 10 points off the bench in a hurry in just 9 minutes. He's made 4 of his 5 shots. And the Thunder now ahead by 18, and they're shooting 59%.
Coach Billy Donovan's so impressed with his second unit, the depth that they have. Schroeder on display right there does a great job giving them energy.
Here's Dion from downtown. Kaboom. Dion tries by Schroeder. Missed it. Bam tipped it in.
That's just great timing by Bam, following in Waiters there, hovering at the rim and able to use that right hand to tip the ball, and just a heads-up play by the big fellow who continues to be so mobile out there.
Schroeder has it rattled down. Nobody stops Schroeder, and nobody has yet. He has 12 points on 5 for 6 shooting. All of his points have come here in the second quarter. Again, the Thunder by 15. Their biggest lead was 18. Olynyk got it. A triple. First three tonight for Olynyk, number 63 this season. Heat within 12. Schroeder again with a teardrop. He's got 14 of the Thunder's 18 points in this second quarter, and Schroeder just dislodged the ball from Olynyk. Whiteside took it away and then loses it right back to Steven Adams. Helter-skelter sequence with Miami down 14, and why not? Why not if you're Dennis Schroeder? Everything you touched has turned to gold.
I don't think your paranoia is well felt.
Whiteside gets the hook to drop and draw the foul as well.
I like getting the big guy re-engaged on the offensive end. He had good deep post-up position. Jay Rich delivers a nice bounce pass. He's got the smaller, thinner Grant on him and goes right inside with the hook.
Steven Adams on the spin. Whiteside defended him well. Schroeder. Unbelievable. Miami 3 out of 14 from downtown. Schroeder, a 3. Unbelievable quarter for Dennis Schroeder. His highest scoring quarter of his career, as we presume, with 24 points on 9 for 10 shooting.
Yeah, he's a 34% three-point shooter. He's got 4 of 5 in this quarter alone beyond the arc.
23-point lead for the Thunder. Thunder 8 of 11 from downtown. Winslow hits a corner triple. Durant just had an unusual and unique situation to go join Golden State, but the main reason Paul George stayed in Oklahoma City was because of the relationship and the partnership he developed last year with Westbrook. Nice move by Tyler Johnson. But he's doing what it takes to win with this team. He's already got 10 assists and 9 rebounds. Sets up Paul George. Bottoms up from downtown. Paul George now 5 of 6 from three-point land. He has 24, just like Schroeder. They've combined for 48 points, those two. Just 2 fewer than the Heat have as a team.
11 assists for Westbrook. You talk about less shots. He is picking apart the defense, finding the open players and shooters.
Olynyk with a triple. Kelly Olynyk's second 3 in this quarter. Paul George, fast break score. Terrence Ferguson defending Richardson. Shot clock is at 3. Richardson able to wheel in and score. Paul George, a transition 3. And James Johnson brings it down. And Westbrook with a steal. Paul George for 3. Yes. He's trying to build a little momentum. Whiteside rolls it in on a dish from Winslow. A double-double for Hassan, 10 points and 10 rebounds. I think years from now, people are going to look at Westbrook's stats and think, how did he do that? Dennis Schroeder. Oh, Steven Adams. Whiteside was caught in a moment of ease there, and Adams with an uncontested putback.
And that's been sort of the story for Miami. Better on the ball defense there, but then they don't close out the possession with the rebound.
Hammer dunk for Richardson, who has 13 points, 7 in this quarter. Siakam is probably as good a matchup as you could find. That would be some kind of Eastern Conference final.
Yeah, it really would be, with the length and the athleticism.
Olynyk beat the 24-second clock and the Thunder defense for the field goal and the foul.
Kelly's done a great job just getting to the open area where his teammates can find him, whether it's beyond the arc, this time in the vision of Justice Winslow, who delivers a nice pass under the basket. Looks like it may still not have reached the apex and was on its way down.
Winslow barrels in, banks it in. Justice Winslow with 10 points. He also has 4 assists. Miami again down by 19. 8:27 left. George. Oh, by George. He has tripled 8 times in this game. That ties the season high.
Really commands respect on what he does in a way while he's still inclusive of his players and hearing what they have to say. He said, you know, I'm asking these guys about their experience.
Russell Westbrook flipped that in and drew the foul. Paul George a moment ago scored his 40th point. First time this year he has reached the 40-point mark. But you're right about Billy Donovan as you look at Westbrook. Get the hit from Winslow and finish with a right hand. But that's one of the successful things. The Heat are down by 20. Paul George. Another one. He has just set a new career high. 10 triples in 15 attempts for Paul George. He's just tied a Heat opponent record held by J.R. Smith, who tripled 10 times in a game against the Heat when he was playing for the Knicks in April 2014. So Oklahoma City extends their winning streak to 7 straight games. They make it 6 wins in a row against the Heat and 3